Hey gamers, it's G from the corner, and today we're gonna do the usual thing. We did it back in September, we did it back in June. When is the next Nintendo Direct going to air? You know, it's the start of the year. It's been a minute since we've heard any big news from Nintendo because, you know, they had the holidays, they had all their big releases. But, you know, we haven't really had that much to get us excited. Could there be Switch 2 in this new Direct? Definitely not. Literally no way, unless something gets confirmed like before this video goes out. I highly doubt it though. No, but you know, the next Nintendo Direct, that's what we're all here for. We had the Xbox Direct. We probably got a State of Play coming up pretty soon. When's Nintendo's first big news drop of the year gonna be? Well, I think I have a pretty good idea of when it's gonna be. I don't know if you guys know this, but every year for the past let's say 5 years, honestly it should really be 5 years, they've done a Nintendo Direct in February, and the last 2 years they did it the second week of February. So I think that there's a pretty good chance of them doing it again. I know, rocket science here, I don't think anybody could have told you this, but no, seriously though, like, there's no reason why we wouldn't just get a general February Direct. I feel like it's obvious, like there's a bunch of games past March that aren't dated yet. There's, you know, they want to not talk about Switch 2, they gotta show us some games coming to Switch, even if they're minor things like ports and digital titles, you know, they gotta show us that stuff before people start to get a bit more antsy and start to realize that there might be something big on the horizon. And it really isn't even just tradition that's making me think that this is the time for the Direct. I'm on the Nintendo IR website right now, and I can see in big bold letters up at the top, fiscal year ending March 2024, 9 months earnings releases, February 6th. Oh man. And if we go to the IR news archive that I'm clicking on right now, and we scroll up, we can see that in fiscal year ending 2023, oh my god, is that an earnings release? February 7th, 2023? Wait a minute. There was a Nintendo Direct the day after, on February 8th, if I'm not mistaken. So if we use our big brains over here, we can pinpoint that there will be a Nintendo Direct on February 7th, 2024, which is a Wednesday. I'm pretty sure. I think I had this written down in some other prediction that I didn't end up making, but I think that means that there should be a Direct on February 7th, 2024. Come back to this video when I'm 100% dead certain right. Now, okay, look, there is a world where I don't think this happens. Nintendo's kind of they've shown this less lately, but they really don't like doing Directs when they're in the marketing lead up to a game. About like the week of, maybe even the week before a game comes out, they don't really like to do a Direct like then and there. And they actually have a game coming out the week after this supposed Direct date, Mario vs. Donkey Kong. So, you know, they wouldn't really have much to talk about in the Direct because at that point it'll already have an overview trailer, it'll had 2 trailers, it's had like a bunch of little sprinklings of information on Twitter the last few weeks. So it's not like they're going to be in desperate need to market that. They're probably going to want to just market that game outside of a Direct and the big announcements they would have there. So I do see a world where the Direct is, I think the Wednesday would be February 21st. So really, those are my 2 dates I'm going to be penciling in here. I'm saying either February 7th or February 21st we'll get a new Nintendo Direct. But what's going to be in the Direct? I'm sure that's what y'all want to know. This video is like not going to be 4 minutes long. Don't worry, guys. We have more to talk about here. Okay, what's going to be in the Direct? Well, you know, not like the most exciting stuff. Last year was pretty big for Nintendo, but this year could be big, but I don't think we're going to see that here. I don't think their plans are going to be very widely communicated here. And of course, I'm talking about a new console release. I put up a video earlier in the week, a week ago, I'm not sure exactly when I'm dropping these, but I put up a video talking about how the Switch 2 could potentially not launch this year and the new system could be a 2025 thing. If that's the case, there's no way we see this thing here. But even if it's this year, I think it's a good idea for them to get this Direct out of the way. My genuine prediction right now is that we will have a February Direct, early or mid to late February, that is focused exclusively on Switch stuff. All right, we see like maybe a new that Fire Emblem remake that was rumored, Prime 2 and 3 Shadow Drop, you know, just like small stuff like that. Maybe one new game if we're really lucky. And then, you know, we even get the usual Pokemon Presents like the final week of February announcing whatever the hell they're doing this year. And then sneaky little Nintendo will do what I also partially expected them to do with this Direct and announce the new system right after their game in March comes out. I'm expecting literally last week, right before they're about to end their fiscal year and go to their investors and tell them what's going on, they would announce the new system. That's honestly my genuine prediction. Does that mean there will be nothing big at this Direct? No. There's one very easy thing that I think they could churn out right at the end as a little one more thing to get people really excited, and that's Metroid Prime 4. I fully expect, if the system is out this year, Metroid Prime 4 will be a cross-gen title releasing on the Switch and Switch 2 same day at the launch of the system. You know, it'll be kind of the thing to support the hardcore. We'll have something for the hardcore and something for the casual, or maybe like something hardcore, partial casual, and then like super casual. I don't know. Maybe we get a good one. Maybe we get 2 or 3 games at launch. That's what's definitely gonna happen. Honestly, I see no other number there. But, you know, Prime 4, if it's out on Switch and Switch 2, they could easily show it off here. They could show it off and get people really excited. That's something big people would be talking about after the Direct, you know. Get people excited, maybe even thinking that the Switch 2 is still a ways off because they wouldn't mention that it's coming to the new system. That's another thing that everybody needs to understand. If this Direct gets announced and we don't know about the Switch 2, they're not going to talk about it in this Direct. There was literally no chance they're going to do that. I have zero reasonable, negative zero, if that's even possible, it's not, to believe that they will talk about Switch 2 in this Direct. And no tease, no little one more thing, no Koizumi or whoever's hosting the February Direct. I forget who they have to host the February Directs. It's one of the two. No them whispering on the screen, by the way, our next console's coming out this year. None of that. They're not going to talk about this at all. It's all about the Switch right now, and they still got to market their games on the Switch. Nintendo has played things very, very close to the chest. I think everyone is forgetting how close to the chest they've played things. After 2020, I will never trust Nintendo to say something before they need to. Ever again, literally, like that. I know COVID and such, but after that they learned and they realized that, oh, we should stop announcing stuff far in advance. And since then, there has not been a game they have announced like that has been set to release more than what, like 9 months after announcement. Okay, actually that's a lie. Splatoon 3 was announced like over a year before. And Advance Wars, I mean, that was delayed. That was supposed to be a 6-month wait. It turned into like a almost 2-year wait. That was ridiculous. But okay, you know, sometimes they like to do stuff a bit far in advance, but that's not a regular thing for them anymore. And it definitely isn't with their console. They are not going to announce this thing until they are manufacturing units, and there's nothing they can do about it if it leaks or not. Like that, they're going to wait until the last possible second. You're going to get a 5-month reveal to release window, honest to goodness. Well, 5 or 6 months. I don't know. I said late March. That's like actually probably 7 or 8 months. So they can do whatever they want. But like, you know, I don't see a world where we are talking about Switch 2 games after the February 2024 Nintendo Direct. That will happen. And, you know, honestly, there's even a world where it's it's a mini, you know? I don't think that's the move to make. I, you know, thought last year, actually, that'd be a good time for a mini. Then, you know, you don't talk about too much aside from Zelda. You just focus on Zelda and marketing. But, you know, they didn't do that. They said they were going to do things a little differently. They did a general Direct, and even though I didn't really think they needed one, especially considering how few games they announced, it's clear to me that Nintendo did that because they had the bare minimum to talk about, and they could brand it as like a full Direct. That's an important branding tool for them, and I see no reason as to why, if they're talking about first-party games, they're not going to call it a general Nintendo Direct, even if we don't think it is. It could even be a shorter one. It could be like a 30-40 minute Direct, which we actually haven't gotten in quite a while. There has not been a Direct below 40 minutes since COVID, I don't think. So I could totally see something like that. I could totally see them going for a move like that. You know, a small Direct that hypes itself up as bigger than it is, or a Direct that, while mediocre, ends on Metroid Prime 4 gameplay and gets everybody really excited. You know, I could see a Prime 4 twofer with Prime 2 and 3 remastered, but that's a topic for another day. Actually, I gotta get on recording Direct predictions, because, you know, this thing's gonna come up pretty soon, and it's gonna sneak up on us, and we gotta be ready to talk about it when the date comes around, you know? But yeah, no, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Keep yourselves cornered, like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts down below, and I will see you guys very soon for some more videos. Later.